Hi, I'm Alexander Ewald, and in this video I will show you 6 creative ways to use Tekno, the new drum synthesizer plugin by Baby Audio. A trusted technique to make beats more engaging is modulation. Tekno does not have built-in modulation options, but you can easily assign any parameter to modulation sources in your DAW. In this example, I start with a simple 16th pattern on the tonal drum. Assign the pitch slider of the tonal drum to the live device, and then assign it to an LFO. Set the LFO to random, sync it to the track tempo, and set the rate to 1/16. Now turn up the depth and the LFO starts modulating the pitch of the tonal drum. This reminds me a bit of the sample and hold sequences of the Syncussion Syn 1 and works great for random techno. In the second example, the LFO modulates the cowbell's pitch with an upwards sawtooth waveform synchronized with the beat to create a classic electro sequence. Tekno's drum engines are monophonic and cannot be played chromatically via MIDI, so to play melodies and harmonies with Tekno sounds, you need to export them and use a sampler of your choice. Thankfully, exporting samples with Tekno is incredibly simple. Just drag and drop any of the drum pads into your DAW or a folder on your computer, and that pad's sound will be immediately exported as a WAV file. Now you can load it into a sampler of your choice and play bass lines, melodies, or even chords with Tekno sounds. Kick B is a great 808 bass machine. Tekno's most versatile engine is tonal. It can produce a wide variety of sounds from bass and bells to plucks and keys. I even used it to make this pad. And of course, Tekno is a great sound generator to easily create custom drum kits for your favorite sampler. Instead of using Tekno's internal mixer, you can route channels to separate output buses in the main menu. Now you can process each drum track individually with the effects of your choice, whether they are internal effects of your DAW, plugins, or external hardware effects. In this example, I routed Tekno's kick and snare to my Mackie CR604 mixer for some classic 1990s Tekno distortion. By automating Tekno's parameters in your DAW, you can create different parts and transitions for your song. In this example, I automated the decay and reverb levels of both closed hats, as well as the repitch and decay of the open hat. This lets me create a transition from one part of the song to another without adding extra sounds or even changing the drum pattern. Instead of drawing in automation, you can of course also play and record it live using your MIDI controller. Layering is a key element in creating interesting drum sounds. Instead of relying on a single drum engine, try combining multiple sounds. Here's a basic beat with a kick, hi-hat and snare. Snare A sounds pretty dull here. To improve it, I combine it with snare B, which adds a sharp rim-like knock. And I add clap and ride, which both bring some high-frequency sizzle. I add reverb to each to create space and pan them slightly to the left and right to make the sound wider. And now the snare sounds like this. Before and after. Even though the 16 drum engines in Tekno are assigned to specific sounds of a drum kit, you should feel free to explore their sonic capabilities beyond these limits. The tom engine, for example, can be used for hard kick drums. The cowbell can make some great chiptune sounds. And both block and rimshot can be used for electro laser zaps. This concludes today's video. If you have more creative ideas how to work with Baby Audio's Tekno, let me know about them in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you soon.